Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Courtney. Welcome back to my channel. So I am recording. What I'm gonna start doing is recording ahead of time because I'm pretty busy. I got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff to do. And I want to make sure that I'm keeping up and giving you guys your content or whatever, because I know I took a week off or whatever to get myself together, and it was definitely needed. But I definitely got my energy back. My hormones been jumping all over the place. My emotions been going all over the place. And when that time of the month comes, it's unpredictable. And I'm emotional and crazy. So I don't know how it's going to go. But everything is, falling into place. I just ordered more contacts. So y'all got to see that little lazy eye or whatever going in on this side or whatever when I be recording or whatever. You can see both eyes are straight. The girls are out, yes, of course, because this top is cute, and I was gonna pull up all the way, but I felt like it would look better like this or whatever, and they're not gonna pop out or nothing. But this is a cute little fit or whatever. I'm gonna do like a little fit check or whatever later. But I know usually I don't really tend to wear a lot of makeup, but I have a full face of makeup. Oh, my purse just fell. I have my little concealer, my foundation. I don't have any contour, but I do have highlights, eyeshadow, eyeliner. I forgot to put mascara on. I'll put that on later. I forgot. I guess I was in a rush and I was just too hyped to record another video. But anyway, so before we get into this video, please make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. My social links are linked down below. Of course, they're always there. You're more than welcome to follow. Currently, I believe I'm like at 34 subscribers, 33, 34 subscribers. So I do have a goal by the end of this year to make it to at least 100 subscribers. I know that is a little bit, but for me, I just want to be realistic, especially starting out as a new channel. I know I have a lot of content, but I really feel like it depends on who you know, the type of content that you do, the type of things that you do and everything like that. And I've been getting surprisingly a good amount of support for just starting out, but I'm still not at where I want to be at. And I would, at least would want to be past like 100 subscribers. So that is going to be my goal for this year, is to get to at least 100 subscribers by the end of this year. And if you guys can help me with that, I would really appreciate that, so you guys can help me reach my goals. That's my New Year's resolution, to put on a little bit more weight and gain at least 100 subscribers. Oh, and I have a baby. I have a baby by the end of this. Yeah, but anyway, whatever. So anyway, moving on. So this is gonna be another story time. Of course, we are leaving off of the toxic coworker friend group. I felt like I was just leaving off this a little bit too much, and I kind of want to get into it. It's hot, so I'm gonna take this off. I'll put it back on later. But I wanted to get into this because I felt like I don't know. I guess I don't know. Maybe because low-key I was trying to avoid it or whatever. When you have situations with people or whatever in the past, and even though they do weird stuff to you, even though they move funny, you don't want to like step on nobody's toes. You don't want nobody to step on your toes, even though they stepped on my toes plenty of times. I'm just not that person that I want to do titty for tatty with you. Like, I'm sorry about that, the clock or whatever. But that's probably part of the reason why I hesitated to make this story time. But I feel like this is an experience, and this is something that I've had, and this is something that I'm kind of still dealing with in a sense, because even before leaving that job, not talking or dealing with those people, most of those people anymore. I probably only dealt with two people, and that was Jordan and that was B. And B, he cool, but he's weird. He know he weird. He's I'll tell you weird. He know he weird. But I just feel like it was a huge waste of time for everybody, because it's like, when you really look back, most of them, like, there was no real friendship, whatever. And it's okay, just because you cool with people doesn't mean that you have to doesn't mean that you have to be buddy or consider everybody your friend. You can have associates, you can have people you cool with, even a friend, but you don't gotta have everybody. Everybody don't have that title. You know what I'm saying? That's what I had to learn. Like, I used to think like, oh, she my friend. No, she's not. She is not your friend. She don't care. He don't care. They don't like you. Like, they don't. And I have to deal with this every time, which is why I do not have a circle. I don't have a friend group. And then when I do try to, branch out and, get into different things, it always ends up going bad. And I'm tired of it. And I'm really, at this point, I'm at a point where, like, of course you always want to meet new people, and I'm not against some girls be like, oh, I don't want to make friends, I don't want to do anything, I don't want to meet no girls, I just want to do this and do that. I'm always open to meeting new people and making friends and getting to know people, but it has to be the right kind of people. And unfortunately, based off my experiences, it's always been some motives behind, why people want to befriend me or get to know me. Especially if it's dudes. If it's dudes, most of the time they just want to smash. They just want to be nosy. They just want to get you business. They just want to get close to you. If it's a girl, she just want to get in your business. She just want to figure out your secrets and all your problems. She just want to try to talk to you, dude, or something. She just want to see if she can get dirt on you. She just want to figure out if you're trying to talk to her man or something like that. Because I think I told this in a previous story time about a girl that was married or whatever before I had got married, and she pretended to try to be cool with me or whatever so she could see if I wanted her a husband. And I was like, girl, your husband I'm not even trying to be funny, but he ain't even cute. I'm sorry, he ain't even, because I don't even do looks and stuff like that, but he ain't even that for you to be going all over. And why would I be friends with you in doing that? Like, I did some stupid stuff in my life, but it's just, no, boo, come on. And if you gotta befriend another woman to, try to get something out of her or get some information, it's getting pathetic. It's really pathetic when you think about it. I don't want nobody trying to be friends with me because they got their own motives, or they got their own kind of hidden agenda, or they got some hidden animosity against me or whatever. Like, if you don't like me, just stay away from me. If you don't really want to be friends with me, or if you just feel like you want to get some answers and stuff, then just ask me. But either way, whether you get the answer or not, at least you'll know what it is, right? Like, stop being weird. I don't understand that. Even people on social media and stuff, like people I work with or whatever, they'll send me friend requests. They'll follow me and stuff like that. They'll look at all my stories or whatever. But, I see them in person, or I see them in real life, and they just act like they have them to act like they don't see me. They don't talk to me. They just act weird. And it's like, why are you following? We supposed to be cool or whatever. Like, what are you? I don't understand it. It's just too much weirdness going on. It's so weird. I cannot deal with it. I really cannot deal with it. Like, oh my goodness. Sometimes I just be wondering, like, do I be the only person that be having to deal with these, like, weird people in my life? I just constantly am being surrounded by people that have their own motives when it comes to being around me or interacting with me. Just, I don't know. But part of me is my fault because I'm too nice, because I'm trying to see the good in everybody, trying to see, the best in everyone. And it always backfires and always ends up blowing my face, and I always end up looking stupid, And I wanted to say, like, Courtney, you're an idiot, but at the same time, it's like, I can't stop being who I am, being a nice person, because other people want to be weird. I can't. That's not me. So, anyway, So with that 10 minutes, you know, background story or whatever, recap or whatever, let's get into the story time. So, excuse me. So, of course, we're finishing up from the, excuse me, oh my gosh, you know what? Hold on, let me see something. No, it looks better without the sunglasses. I'm gonna keep the sunglasses off. Whatever. So anyway, getting back into the story. So the last time we left off, it was the situation between me and Bo, whatever, and you know, things had been a little weird at first, and then he had finally confided in me and told me about the situation with him and Eyeshadow, whatever, the girl that he was dealing with or whatever. So like I said, I was hurt at first or whatever, and we both had acknowledged, like, yeah, this is, you know, of course it's gonna be a little awkward because we just had our little thing, we had our time or whatever, we had our little thing that was going on. Of course nothing intimate happened, nothing sexual or anything happened, but of course, you know, it's not only just somebody that I'm like or I'm attracted to, it's somebody who I consider to be a friend, because once again, we're all a friend group, which once again can be very difficult, especially when it's a girl and a guy, because 9 times out of 10, if something goes down between you and that guy and y'all fall out or something, 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna hear from them no more. They're gonna be on to the next, or they're not gonna be friends with you anymore. And how do I know this? Like, I've had plenty of experiences with this when it comes to guy friends, which is why I, after this experience with Bo and all those, you know, the whole friend group, I don't want any more guy friends. I'm good. We can be cool from a distance. We can be associates. Be cool. Like, I don't have a problem with you, but you're not going to be texting my phone. We're not going to be hanging out. We're not going to be doing any of that, because it's just too much. And you can't really, it's sad, not all dudes are like that, but you have to be guarded when it comes to stuff like that, because some dudes, they just don't know boundaries, you know. They don't see you as just a friend. They just see you as a piece of meat. That's just all it is. That's just really what it is at the end of the day. And once again, me being naive or whatever, yes, I don't know, maybe I'm just dumb, or maybe I'm just way too nice. Sometimes I just look at myself like, Courtney, you stupid, dumb, naive, little scallywag, little dumb, nice, idiot, dumb girl. You think everybody's your friend, you think everybody like you think everybody rock with you the same way, and they don't. And that's the problem with me, you know. So, which is probably why I keep my distance from most people now. I don't want to deal with nobody no more. So, you know, after a while, like, Bo started to bring Eyeshadow around the group, like I said. Oh, I don't know if I didn't. Okay. So he started bringing Eyeshadow around the group because, like I said in the previous story time, he had, and if you guys get confused or whatever, all this stuff is in order. I promise you, all the story times, everything is in order. I do this stuff in order just to, you know, not only for you guys, but for me, because I got ADHD. I ain't got time for that, getting confused or whatever. So, and I also don't want to confuse y'all either. I don't want to confuse the audience, so I keep everything in order. So, he started bringing Eyeshadow around the group or whatever, and it was just like everybody was just, you know, it's nothing wrong. I'm not saying everybody should be mean to her or be, you know, unwelcoming. It was just more so that, like, I don't know, it was just the way that he was bringing her around. It was almost like it felt like it was permanent, you know. And from what he had told me, like I said previously, he said that she had been around only because she had wanted to be around. She wanted to pretty much mark her territory, and Messy had confirmed this later on. She just wanted to mark her territory, period, point blank. She picked up on the vibe that me and Bo had with each other. And like I said, when you're a woman and you feel strongly about a man, I don't care how crazy you are, if you pick up a vibe, usually that's what it is. Some women are delusional. Some women are delulu. Don't get me wrong. But this vibe that she had picked up on and that I had picked up on, oh, he was right. It was true. Everything was right. Because he was telling her one thing and he was telling me one thing. So anyway, the more he started, you know, bringing her around, I remember the first time he brought her around, we was on break or whatever. Because like I said, he had kind of been hanging out with her and stuff on break. He wasn't really hanging out with us on break or whatever, with Akaski, me, B, and everything. And B was kind of doing his old thing with this other dude or whatever. I don't think he needed that. He get on my nerves. I can't stand that dude. But yeah, he was doing his own thing for a while. Like, once Pete kind of started, everybody just kind of started doing their own thing a little bit. It was kind of like me and Messy. B was kind of doing his own thing. Jordan would hang out with Akaski and everybody or whatever. Bo would kind of do his own thing, and then occasionally everybody would just gather around and stuff. But everything, I just noticed everybody just started to split or whatever. Because I guess that's kind of a thing when it comes to peak season and when it comes to work and stuff. You can hang out with other people. That's my thing. I don't care if you do that. But y'all already acting weird, and then new people are coming in, you know, seasonal people are coming in and stuff. So now everybody is really distancing themselves and doing other things. So this time we had decided to meet up. And okay, so people who work at Macy's, pretty much the friend group or whatever, they know they work at Macy's or whatever. Most of them on break, they would meet up at Jordan's house, like outside of Jordan's house. And at the time, me and Jordan are not dating. We're not talking. We like that. We are not really. I don't even think he was really acknowledging me like that. Like we were not like cool like that on any level at this time. So we would pull up at his house occasionally. They would be hotboxing or whatever, smoking. Sometimes Jordan would come to work. Sometimes he wouldn't. Sometimes he would pull up or whatever. He would hotbox with them, smoke for a little bit. Then he'd hop out the car and he'd go back in the house with them. Boom. So, I'm tripping. Okay. So, I think it was another time. Where did we pull up at? Was it Jordan's house? It might have been Jordan's house. I don't know where. I don't remember because it was two separate cars or whatever. I pulled up in my car. Right? Was this? Yeah, this was. I pulled up in my car. I pulled up with Messy because, like I said, me and Messy were still real close at this time. B, I guess he pulled up in his own car, whatever. Akaski, and it was, I don't know. I don't want to give the other dude a name, but at the same time, he kind of plays a role in this. So I probably will give him a name. I'm going to call him A. I'm going to call him A. I'm going to call him A. So, you know, A started coming around or whatever. Pretty much like a little backstory with A, because I don't want to get too cut off with the story. So A and me were pretty cool. He was nice. He's a little bit younger. He's around Akaski's age too. I guess they went to school and stuff together, whatever. They're pretty, you know, got close friendship, whatever. That's cool. I had noticed that he kind of started to gravitate towards me a little bit. And I was like, I'm thinking like, oh, okay, he's, you know, he's nice, he's cool, whatever. But then I kind of picked up like he made like me a little bit. And it wasn't the fact that I had a problem with liking him back. It was just like he was a little bit younger, and him being young, I just have a real insecurity with dating men who are younger than me. I don't care how cute you are. I don't care how you look. If you are a certain age, I'm 28 years old. I'm pushing 30 at this point. So at this time, like before I got with Jordan, I probably had been like 26, 27. So it's like him being like 18, 19 or whatever. It was like, ooh, no. And then Jordan is a few years younger than me, so that's already pushing it. That's already too much. Like, I don't like really dating younger men, even if you a year younger than me. And it took me a while to get over doing that. So it wasn't a problem that I had issue with talking to A or anything was wrong with A. It was just that he was real young, and it was just like, And then in the back of my mind, I also felt like A had his own motives for hanging around me. Because mind you, he's close with Akoski. Now, as mentioned in the previous story time, I had already kind of had my suspicions, and it came out later that Akoski, Bo, B, all of them, they had all been pretty much having their own preconceptions about me or whatever, or having conversations about me. And it probably wasn't good. Especially still getting to know me, which I don't know why, because I had done nothing to Akoski, I'd done nothing to Bo, and I'd done nothing to be talked about like that or whatever. But I know A has a close relationship with Akoski. He's known him longer than anybody. So, after a while, he would start telling me certain things. But we're going to get into that. So, eyeshadow starts coming around the group. That's pretty much the backstory with A. So later on, boom, they had Akoski wanted to have like a Halloween party. Now, for those who don't know me, like I said, I do not celebrate holidays. I don't celebrate Halloween. I don't celebrate Christmas. I don't Hanukkah. No Easter. No St. Patrick's Day. No birthdays. No any holiday, even Valentine's Day. I don't celebrate Valentine's Day. I don't celebrate holidays. For those who don't know, I am one of Jehovah's Witnesses. I do not celebrate holidays. And if you feel some kind of way about it, or you feeling some kind of way, argue with your mama, argue with your man, argue with your children, argue with your aunt, argue with your grandma. I don't care, but you're not going to argue with me about it. That's just what it is. That's my opinion. That's how I feel. That's my beliefs. That is what it is. And you can either accept it or you don't. But I don't care. Like I said, argue with your mama, not me. But anyway, I was, of course, hesitant, because if it's a party that's going to be Halloween related, I don't want to be there. I'm not gonna go there. I'm sorry. Even if I'm not dressed up or anyway, it's gonna make me feel uncomfortable. That's like being at a, I'm just, at the end of the day, people's beliefs and stuff, you can do whatever you want, but that's not me. That's not who I am. So, pretty much it was that's when things started getting weird, because Akoski and everybody would just kind of be pressuring me, like, well, it's not like it's a Halloween party, it's just a costume party. You just dressing up as a costume. I was like, okay, is it a Halloween party or is it a costume party? First you said it was a Halloween party, now it's a costume party. Which one is it? And either way, it's related to Halloween. It's not no costume party, and of course it just happens to be like before Halloween or whatever, or going on Halloween. So come on, like, you're not just dressing up in costumes for no reason. Whatever, it's going on Halloween. I'm not dumb. And like I said, of course I want to be there. Of course I want to have fun and hang out with my friends or whatever. But anything that's associated with Halloween, of course I'm not going to feel comfortable doing it, and I'm not going to do it. So whether you make me feel bad about it or not, it's not going to go down, and I'm not going. And that's what happened. I'm not going. I don't care. Like, so, it was just a lot of debate and going back and forth with that. And, hold on. Okay. You know what? I moved too fast. I moved too fast. Back a little bit. Prior to the Halloween party, I think a couple weeks or whatever before the Halloween party, it was some drama that kind of went down between me and Bo and Eyeshadow. Okay, I'm so stupid. Before we even get into the Halloween party, I have to get into this one. I can't believe I forgot all of this. Okay. So hold on, let me get drink break. drink break. I need my drink. There we go. Excuse me. So, I guess Akatsuki had a little kickback. Like I said, both started bringing eyeshadow around and stuff like that. So, things became a little bit more tense, awkward, weird, and a little bit more frustrating on my part, and more intense. Akatsuki had this kickback or whatever. He said he wanted everybody, he wanted everybody, to come around or whatever. And I don't know why, but I just had this feeling in my gut, like, why do I feel like Bo is going to bring eyeshadow or something? Like, I don't know. Like, just the vibe that she was putting up was just like, I'm marking my territory. This is mine. This is what it is. Like, yes. So, I got there early, and I did not even expect to get there early or whatever. I believe A was there. A was there early or whatever, because I think A would stay there occasionally. He would spend the night and stuff like that or whatever, because A didn't have a car or whatever. And, him and Akatsuki are close, so he would spend the night a lot or whatever. Akatsuki would give him rides to work and stuff like that, because, we all worked like the same shift and stuff. And A was seasonal at the time, so yeah. So, so A was there. Akatsuki was there, of course, getting ready or whatever, cleaning up and stuff like that. He had a couple of his other roommates there. And I'm just getting myself together. I'm nervous. I'm anxious because I was there early. And I was just like, I thought I was on time, because Akatsuki was like, you here early or whatever. Like, you here real early. And I was just like, this is the time that y'all said that to be here or whatever. But I should have known, when it come to black people or whatever, when we say a certain time, we mean a little bit later. And everybody else didn't get there till a little later. So I should have known that. But that's how I am for an event or work or just anywhere. You ask anybody, I'm super early, like for most things. Like, I'm real early about it, because everybody looking at me crazy, like, okay. But I was there early. Everybody was just looking at me sideways, and I was like, okay, all right, like, just let's stop talking about it. Can we stop talking about the fact that Courtney was here early? Like, just shut up, whatever. So I'm there, I'm just chilling or whatever. I decided, I brought my little liquor or whatever. I brought my little Parmesan, my little brandy. So I'm just drinking or whatever, trying to calm my nerves, because I'm anxious, because in the back of my mind, I know Bo is bringing eyeshadow. I know other people coming. It's already all this anxiety and tension and awkwardness that I'm feeling. I'm already feeling comfortable. Akatsuki is getting on my nerves, because he said up early, so I don't know what. I'm stressed out. So I was like, oh my God. So I'm just pre-gaming a little bit. I was like, Lord have mercy, let me just drink or whatever. Let me drink. And I don't even think I've had a chaser or whatever. So I think I was just drinking straight. No, I think I had a chaser. Knowing me, I ain't gonna have no liquor without no chaser. Back then, probably when I was like 18, 19, I drunk it straight. But now, like, I need a chaser. You saw that monster chaser, okay? Chaser. Okay. So yeah. So, time is going on. I'm just playing with Akatsuki's little dog. He got a nice little cute little, I believe it was a pit bull. It was a big little pit bull. She was a cute little pit bull or whatever. I don't think it wasn't pit bull. It wasn't pit bull. I think it was a big dog. I don't know. I was drunk. But it was a cute little dog or whatever. She's spoiled. She like being rubbed on and petted and everything. And I was like, Akatsuki warned me, like, yeah, she like being spoiled. She like being petted and rubbed on and stuff. She's not gonna leave you alone, because she wants you to be spoil her. And yeah, she would not leave me alone. I was just petting her, keeping her company or whatever. But I was more so trying to stall and trying to procrastinate and trying to take my mind off the situation of like what was about to happen. So time goes on or whatever. I hear Akatsuki on a staircase or whatever. He's calling Bo, trying to figure out where he's at. And I can hear him, and he got the phone on speaker. So he was like, yeah, like, Bo, like, where you at or whatever. And I hear Bo like, yeah, like, we're coming or whatever. We had stopped to, I think he said he stopped to get some liquor or something, or he stopped to pick somebody up or something or whatever. But long story short, he said that him and Eyeshadow was coming, and Eyeshadow was bringing her friend, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, how did I not know this? Like, I know, like, oh my gosh, like, oh my God, I'm tired of everybody. So he says that, you know, him and Eyeshadow, whatever, they're on their way and stuff like that. So it was like, okay, all right, or whatever. Because, yeah, and I'm thinking, like, Akasi, you talking about I'm super early, but you clocking what's the ninja name? You clocking Bo for being late or whatever, but I haven't even been here that long or whatever, so I'm not even late. I've actually am on time, probably a little earlier than usual, but I'm here at a decent time. You said when it started or whatever and when to come, so I'm here, and everybody else is not here. Everybody else came late. And I think yeah. And I remember this time. I remember Messy was out of town, so she did not come. She did not come. Messy did not come. Messy didn't come. Jordan, that's what thing. Jordan came with Bo. That's what it was. Bo had to go pick up Jordan because Jordan didn't drive or whatever. So, he went to pick up Jordan or whatever, and of course, I guess Eyeshadow came with her friend or whatever too. She came, I guess supposedly the girl worked at the same place as we did, but I've never seen this girl before, but I don't know. It's none of my business. I don't care. And you know, Jordan had came with him. So, but B didn't come until B ain't worth the paper he printed on. I swear, he get on my nerves. He's so weird, bro. Like, he did not come until like after everything happened, like after all the drama happened. Like, hold on, like, y'all ever seen that episode of Growing Up Hip Hop or whatever? And what was it? I think I think Romeo, whatever, had gotten to it with what's that dude's name? Boogie, and he had gotten to it with Romeo and his dad or whatever, Master P or whatever, and all that stuff happened. And then afterwards, Bow Wow just popped up out of nowhere, like, oh, like, you know, the traffic was crazy and everything. Like, boy, you know you just didn't want to be there when all the drama happened. You didn't want no smoke with Romeo or whatever. It's okay. But yeah, I love Bow Wow. But come on, you knew what you was doing. But I would have did the same thing. But yeah, that's kind of the stuff. That's kind of how I felt like B pulled it, yo. Like, be weird. That was kind of the stunt he pulled, bro. So, you know, everybody starts showing up. The first people to show up, of course, Bo show up. Eyeshadow show up. Eyeshadow homegirl show up. Jordan show up. So, you know, everything happened or whatever, they come in or whatever. Jordan, being a weirdo as usual, did not speak to me. Such a weirdo. Jordan did not speak to me. Bo, he came in with that little fake little high or whatever. So about like, hey, like gave me a hug and everything. And I was just like, yeah. And Bo has never hugged me. He's never hugged me up until that night. Well, maybe that phone call changed his life. Maybe he was just like, oh, like, you know, like, no, you still on thin ice with me. You're still being weird. You're still a weirdo. I'm not going to deny the hug. I'm not going to be mean to you or nothing, but it's just like, you know what you're doing. You know you're moving funny or whatever, you know. So he gave me a hug, like, hey, like, gave me a hug, which was kind of, you know, he ain't never gave me no hug. I don't even think he ever gave Messy a hug. Maybe, because he kind of had low-key had a crush on Messy or whatever. He thought he could probably hit, and Messy kind of wanted to hit too, but then at the same time, she would be talking mess about him, saying how he was ugly and he was insecure and miserable and stuff like that. And it's like, which one is it, messy? Do you want him or do you not want him? And I look, he thinks she wanted him, which is why she always used to put me down about, you know, the conversations I had with him and the dealings that I had with him, is because she kind of low-key liked him. But that's just my opinion. It probably could be true, though. It's not 10, it's probably true. But anyway, you know, Bo gives me a hug or whatever. You know, Eyeshadow walks in and stuff with her friend, or they say hi. They don't speak, they don't say anything to me, and I'm not saying anything to them because I don't owe you anything. You don't owe me nothing. They spoke to Akaski or whatever. Of course, this is home or whatever. They're talking to them or whatever. And judging by how they was acting, I'm pretty sure Eyeshadow's friend probably had a rundown about kind of me and kind of what's going on with me and Bo, whatever. So, you know how females are. I'm just, and they were older than me, mind you. Like I said, Bo is close to his 40s, and these women were already in their 40s, I'm sure. So they were much older than me. So I'm always going to be a lady and always going to be mature, but I'm not kissing nobody's tail. I'm not, you know, trying to befriend you or whatever, and I'm not going to fake the funk. It is what it is. And I don't, you know, y'all are older than me at the end of the day, so you should be trying to set an example and be more mature. But anyway, you know, it was very awkward. Of course, Jordan's being a weirdo. You gotta insert Jordan every now and again. You know, they was like drinking, they was smoking or whatever. They was smoking cherry or whatever. You know, playing music and stuff like that. They was just chilling or whatever. Me and Bo would, you know, have conversations, like just like a little casual conversation or whatever. Nothing crazy, whatever. And he would kind of like rub my shoulder or rub my back and stuff like that. And I was just like, I'm so confused at like, what's wrong with this dude? Like, what are you doing? Like, stop. I feel like he was trying to, because like I said, in the previous Storytime, we had a conversation about this. I said, like, of course it's going to be awkward, it's comfortable. Number one, he shouldn't have even brought Eyeshadow around. I feel like, you know, as long as you have two girls that have history with you, one girl that's still dealing with you, one girl that's no longer like talking to you or anything like that, it's already it's an uncomfortable situation. It's completely disrespectful for you to be having those two women around each other. That's just my opinion. And part of me felt like he was trying to smooth the situation over, and that's why he kind of did like this or whatever. And then the other part thought it was kind of an ego trip for him, like I said before. You know, he liked that. He liked that attention. He liked that. You know, most dudes like that when you have women arguing and fighting over them or have tension with each other over a dude or whatever. And are we perfect as women? No. If you ride hard for somebody or you really like somebody or whatever, you know, you gonna ride hard for your dude. I just didn't go as hard for him as she did. However, he did try to pin two women against each other, and I don't agree with that at all. I'm not that woman against woman kind of women tear each other down thing. That's not me at all. That has never been me, and that never will be me. So even if I don't like you or I don't, you know, respect you, whatever, I'm not about to argue with you over no dude. It's always the principle of everything, you know? It's a respect level. Don't do to me what you wouldn't want done to you. It's just simple. Like, and it's just like if somebody tried to play with Jordan or do something with Jordan or whatever. I've had girls try to do that and stuff with him and try to make me seem like I'm tripping or whatever. No, stop playing with me. He's my husband. You know we're married. You know we're together. You see us holding hands. You see us walking together. You see us posting. You see us together. You know we're married. Stay away from him before you get a busted lip, a black eye, or a broken neck. And that's just what it is. And I don't care what the outcome is, because I know Jordan gonna bail me out. Is your dude gonna bail you out? I hope so. Because mine gonna bail me out. And even if he don't, my mama gonna bail me out. So that's all that matters. And even if she don't, I can survive in jail. So that's fine. But the whole point of it is, it's just like, I just don't like that whole thing of women being pinned against each other. Like, it shouldn't have to be like that. I really don't believe in that at all. And so throughout the nights, Akatsuki's kickback, it started getting, it's awkward because, like I said, I could feel the tension coming from eyeshadow, and it's my anxiety mixed with her, tension that's coming towards me or whatever. She's not being direct with it, of course, but I can see her and Bo walking past to go out on the balcony from time to time. They're walking past to go in the living room or whatever. They're talking, and I started getting irritated because it's just like, oh, I'm in a very uncomfortable position. I already told Bo ahead of time, listen, this is, if we're having a conversation and we have an understanding or whatever, I would think you would be, just as a man, just be smart enough to not have two women that you were like dealing with or involved with around each other. Just my honest opinion. My honest opinion. But yet you brought her around. So, and not only was I uncomfortable, but you didn't think that maybe, I don't know. Even though he had told me she did ask to come around and be around, I'm sure it was uncomfortable for her too. It's just like, did you think about this at all? Did you talk about this? Like, did you even think about how it would affect all three of us? But clearly it did not affect you because you walking around smiling like cheating. Like, just like, you don't even care. You were like, are you dumb? Like, what is wrong with you? Oh my goodness, I swear these niggas don't be, these dudes don't be thinking at all. Like, they just don't care. As long as it does not affect them, they gonna do what they want. They gonna do what makes them happy, what makes them feel good. I would never put two dudes in the same room that I'm dealing with or whatever, which would never even happen. I'm not gonna be dealing with two dudes at the same time. That's weird. I mean, if you single or whatever, that's one thing, but you already got a baby mama at home. You're dealing with her. You're trying to push up on me. And meanwhile, you in love with another, the chick that you bringing around, the whole group. Like, I cannot. So I chose to leave. I was just like, yeah, this is getting uncomfortable. I can't. I went in the living room, Akatsuki's little living room. I called Messy because, like I said, me and Messy was close at this time. And Messy had confided in me early on that Bo had pushed up on her a few times, which is how I knew this. Bo had pushed up on her and, said how he wanted to deal with her, how he wanted to make her like his third girl or kind of make him a part of his circle or something like that. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know, like, I don't know how to word it exactly, but something about he wanted to make her one of his women or something like that. And knowing how bold Bo is, I don't put it past him. Messy is messy, but I don't put it past Bo either, because he messy too. So, I go in Akatsuki's living room. I'm sitting on the couch, and I'm about to leave or whatever. Before I go into the living room, I'm having like a little tiny conversation with Jordan, a little weird tail, whatever. I guess he had been smoking a little tree, so he kind of got some little tree courage. You know how people say they got that little courage? He got some tree courage, and he was just like, like, what's up, Courtney, whatever. And I was like, what's up, Jordan? Like, okay, all right. Like, he was speaking. He was actually being cordial and having a conversation or whatever. He was just like, yeah, I'm chilling or whatever. And I was like, okay. I think we had like a couple second conversation or whatever, and that was that. But anyway, yeah, but I was like, okay, Jordan, he making a conversation. He must be getting comfortable. He got that tree in him, okay? I know people got that liquid courage or whatever, like how I do, but he got that tree courage. Jordan's the type, he need that tree courage. But anyway, fast forward, I'm in the living room or whatever. I'm in Akatsuki's living room. I'm on the couch. I'm calling Messy because I am like annoyed and stressed out or whatever right now. And I'm more so pissed off at, of course, at Bo, because come on. And I was like, you know, I'm calling Messy, and she answered, because mind you, Messy was out of town. I guess she was visiting family. She was doing her own thing, whatever, which is, of course, you know, you got your own life and stuff. That's fine. This is before the Halloween party. So, I'm telling her I'm mad. I'm not gonna lie, I was cursing, but I was like whispering. I was like, yo, I'm pissed off or whatever, like I'm mad or whatever, like Bo really in here or whatever, like with eyeshadow, he brought eyeshadow or whatever, like he trying to act all fake or whatever, and she didn't even speak, she didn't even acknowledge anybody really like that. All she did was she just walked in with Bo, whatever. Her friend ain't acknowledged nobody, and you know, she just, half the time, they just with each other. They on the patio, they in the living room, they just chatting up with each other. And he's not even trying to consider how my feelings or how I feel or whatever. And she was just like, wait a minute, hold up. Like, Messy having my side. Like, Messy is having my back or whatever. In the beginning, she's having my back. So she was like, hold on, wait a minute, like, She was just like, what? She didn't even say anything. She didn't speak. I said, no, she really ain't speak to nobody or whatever, other than Akoski, because this house, if you walk up in my house or whatever, you better be acknowledging me and speaking to me, Trigger. You can hit the door, okay? So she was just like, who does she think she is? Like, like, no, like, like, she just walking up in there or whatever, like, all that that tension or whatever. She's like, She said, why is she even there? Like, she don't even want to be cool or friends with anybody like that. She said she's only doing that because she want to get close to Bo, whatever, because she want to make sure that nothing is happening between you and him. And I said, exactly. So she was just like, yeah, and who she thinks she is, just walking up in there not speaking to nobody or whatever. You don't just be doing that or whatever. She said, who you think you are or whatever. You don't just be walking up in our friend group or whatever, not acknowledging nobody, talking to nobody, and you think you can just get away with it. Who you think you are, just trying to like mess up the friend group or whatever. Messy was doing a lot, but she kind of had a point, because it's like, you can't even open your mouth and speak to each other. Eyeshadow, mind you, Eyeshadow was a supervisor or whatever. I've picked up in her departments. They sent me out to her departments. I've always been respectful to her, even before the whole incident with Bo, whatever. We've always been respectful to each other. She was very nice to me. She even said that I was a hard worker. She likes the way that I work and everything. So we should let you know, all them people that be hating at Macy's or whatever and all them other jobs, I'm a hard worker. Because if Eyeshadow said it, she don't even like me. That just had to, well, I don't think she don't like, I don't know. But, if she, she got attention with me and she said that I'm a hard worker, that should just let you know what time it is. I'm a hard worker. And Macy's missed out. But anyway, so, yeah, so, Messy was kind of going off on the phone or whatever, and I was like, I'm about to leave or whatever. Like, I'm tired. Like, I'm not doing this. I'm irritated. I'm anxious. I'm annoyed. And mind you, I'm drinking too, so I was already a little bit tipsy. So I was just like, nah, let me go home, because I'm gonna get irritated. I'm getting very irritated and frustrated. I'm emotional. I'm annoyed. I'm anxious. It's tension, obviously. And part of me felt like I said, I felt like Akoski and most of them, I don't know about Jordan, but I felt like Bo definitely, a lot of the people that were there knew about what was going on between me, Eyeshadow, and Bo, and everybody was just trying to act like it was normal. But I was like, no, I'm not gonna be up in here. I'm not gonna be in an uncomfortable situation. Like, I'm not playing these games with you or y'all or none of y'all. So I'm getting up out of here. So I left, and I was pissed off. Like, I left. I told Messy, I said, I'm leaving. I'm about to go, whatever. I'm gonna tell Akoski, I'm sorry, I gotta go. And then that's just what it is, whatever. And she was just like, well, do what you gotta do, whatever. Like, do what you gotta do. So, before I left, I told Akoski, I said, yeah, I'm just not comfortable. The vibes is just not there. Like, I'm tired or whatever. I gotta go. I'm good. I'm tired. And he was just like, you good? Like, what's wrong or whatever? Like, he looked concerned. And I was like, no, I'm just not feeling good. I said, I'm just not feeling right. The vibe is not right. The vibes are not there. Like, and if somebody tell you the vibes are not there or something is not right, just respectfully understand that they don't want to be there. it's time for them to go. It's time for me to go. Okay, I'm leaving. No. So, I left or whatever, and I did shoot, Akoski a message. I did let him know, listen, I'm sorry, whatever. I didn't mean to leave early. I don't want to hurt your feelings or make you feel uncomfortable. I just felt very uncomfortable, and it was a situation I did not want to be in. I'm not in the right mind state, and I just do not want to be here. I didn't say all of that or whatever, but I said something dumbed down because, of course, I was drinking. I was a little tipsy. So, of course, I wasn't doing all that. But I just wanted him to know, like, I'm not doing all that or whatever. But I decided to send B a message because he was going to be there. I was told that he was going to be there. And like I said, B did show up, but he didn't show up till later on. So B showed up, and but before, I had sent him a message on Snap, and I was like, if you see Ty, he didn't respond to my message or whatever, just let him know, like, I'm sorry that I left early, whatever. I just wasn't feeling my best. I just wasn't comfortable about the situation or whatever. And I think B, I don't remember that. So, because I didn't talk to B a lot. I don't talk to B a lot. But I believe he, said, okay, he would talk to him or whatever and tell him. But little did I know, once I left or whatever, Bo has sent me a message. He sent me a message. He messaged me on Snap and was like, why did you leave or whatever? Hold on. I said, I'm thinking like, now you care that I'll leave or whatever. You wasn't barely paying me any mind or whatever, but now that I'm gone or whatever and I don't feel comfortable, now it's the issue for you. And this is what I'm talking about, where it didn't click for me in that moment, but later on down the line, it clicked. Like, this was a whole ego trip for him. He really liked the fact that two women were having issues or having animosity towards each other over him, and that's what just makes me mad. It's because you're supposed to be a friend. Forget all that other stuff. Throw that other stuff out the window. You're supposed to be my friend or whatever, and you're treating me like I'm one of your hoes. It's not that serious. But at the end of the day, you can't expect me to just not be uncomfortable about the situation. Like, she feels something. I feel something. I've been knew with something going on. You not being honest. You telling her one thing, you're telling me one thing. You're being weird, and then you're trying to have us in the same room. No. And I'm leaving because, yes, I'm uncomfortable and I'm drinking, and I don't know like what's going to go on or whatever. So I'm leaving. So I was like, I sent him a text message pretty much like, yeah, I'm leaving. I said, I felt like you pretty much was just playing with me or whatever. Like, you made me feel uncomfortable. You brought eyeshadow around, and you didn't even consider how that would make me feel or whatever. I said, we literally just was on the phone. We literally was just talking. You poured your heart out to me and talking. And despite how I felt or whatever, I still was there for you as a friend. But I did tell you and let you know, listen, I do feel some type of way about you. You acknowledge you feel some type of way about me. I thought you would carry me a little bit different than that. That's it. That's all. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I just thought you'd carry me a little bit differently than that. Like, come on. And why? Like, just why would you get the bright idea to just bring us around each other? Like, I could see like maybe on break or something, but to bring us around for hours and hours, we're around, we're in a house where we're drinking liquor, y'all smoking tree and stuff like that. No, I don't know. Anything could have happened. Anything could have freaking popped off. And the way I was getting anxious and irritated, anything could have happened. I don't like people putting me in positions where I know my temper. I know how I get. I know I'm all quiet and little and small. But like I said, as I always say, I got them thumpers, okay? And I have a temper. And I don't like being put in positions where I'm uncomfortable and anxious or, you know, like feeling like I have my back against the wall, or any position where I feel like I'm gonna have to throw down. Like, and this was that kind of situation I was feeling like. All because you want to be a weirdo? No. So I was like, no. I said, I feel like you put me in an uncomfortable position, and you brought her around, and you didn't even like say anything. I said, last time I checked, you wasn't even dealing with her no more. So what happened? So he's gonna send me the emoji face, like what's that emoji or whatever, when you just like just all that stupid freaking emoji face. That's all he could say. And I think I had unfriended him or whatever at that point. I didn't block him at that point. Maybe I did. I don't know. I don't care. I don't know. But I know I unfriended him for sure, because I was pissed off. I was just like, I'm just getting tired of I'm getting tired of him just playing on my face all the time. Even just as a friend, you just doing weird stuff. You keep constantly trying to insult my intelligence. You keep constantly trying to play in my face. You keep constantly lying and being weird, even when you don't have to. And you wonder why I ain't gave you no yet? Are you kidding me? Come on, like I feel like in the moment, yes, maybe I overreacted, but at the same time, I felt like it was more so from a friend standpoint. Because if we're trying to move forward and trying to get past the awkwardness or whatever, you don't keep doing weird stuff or whatever, trying to bring that awkwardness back into the air. You keep doing stupid stuff, weird stuff over and over again, time after time after time again. And I keep like trying to let it go and move forward or whatever, but you keep doing the same stuff over and over again. And it's like, and even when I, needed him or needed somebody to be there for me or cry for somebody, he wasn't there. It's been times where I've cried and talked to Bo, and so I think one time he kind of giggled or something when I told him something about my domestic violence story, about when I got punched in the face or whatever, and I got held at gunpoint, and I was running away from the dude that punched me in my face. Like, it's like, that's what the stuff I'm talking about. Like, I was more of a friend to him than he was to me. And that's why it really mostly pissed me off, because it's like, yeah, we liked each other, felt kind of with each other, but I value friendship more than anything. Take all that little lovey-dovey attraction stuff out the equation. We're supposed to be friends, which is why I don't really like being friends with dudes no more. I don't got time for it. No. But after that was the last time that we had spoke. And I believe B has showed up later on, a little while after I had left and everything. I was calling Messy on the phone, calling her. I was cussing, mad. I was like, I'm getting on my nerves. Like, I'm tired of eyeshadow. Like, I'm tired of Bo. I'm tired of all of them or whatever. I'm tired of trying to play on my face or whatever, because I was pissed off, because I just feel like everybody's just playing in my face, just laughing, like, just like this is a joke, like this is funny, like this is amusement, like this is an episode of Love and Hip Hop, and this is not funny. Like, you playing with people's feelings, you messing with people's feelings. Like, I wouldn't do that to y'all, I wouldn't do that to you or whatever. And no, Akatsuki and them didn't, cause it or whatever, but they played a part in it because they entertained it. And it's like, you just took both sides or whatever, of everything that happened or whatever. And from that point on, the fakeness it's like you couldn't even hide the fakeness no more. It was just showing. It was like, forget it at this point. Like, you want to see it for what it is. Like, that's just what it is. So that whole kickback was a whole blow up. It was a whole show. And it just started. I know, like I said in the previous one, it started a lot of drama, but this one is really what sparked everything, like, off. Like, it just will make everything crazy. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like, my goodness, like, it was just a lot. And I can't believe this is almost like an hour that I've been explaining this and talking about this, because it is a lot. Yeah. But yeah, the next video is gonna be even more, because it's gonna be even more gaslighting and manipulation. Probably wasn't as much as this one, but it's gonna be a lot more gaslighting and manipulation, just because of my beliefs and my faith, and something that doesn't make something that I'm not comfortable with, you know. It's like they're trying to force me to do something that I don't want to do, and they're trying to manipulate me and make me feel bad because they think it's about a situation with Bo, and it's not. But anyway, I'm not even gonna just spoil or whatever. I'm gonna just close it out with this one. Thank y'all for watching this story time or whatever. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Also, make sure, like I always say, the social links are linked down below. So go follow that Facebook, go follow that Instagram, go follow that TikTok and that Snapchat if it's down there. Yeah, and that's all for that. So bye.